Let me get this going here. Let's go this going here. And let me... Actually, I gotta bring up the soundboard and do that. And I don't think I have the voice changer going. I shouldn't, but I don't know. It's weird. Voice mod is weird. Cause like, no. Okay, good. Cause like, it's not letting me turn off the voice changer. So, when I... It's like always selected. So right now it's always selected. And then if I hit these two buttons, then it turns to the deep voice mod thing. And I don't know how to turn that off. Because if I could just keep the voice changer on at all times, well, I don't know. Like, that way I don't have to hear the beep boops every time. I don't know. I gotta mess with it, and I haven't. So that sucks. Alright. So we got to do the second investigation of episode 4, which I believe is the last one. Unless I throw a fifth one in there. I did look it up at one point. I just kind of forgot like how many cases there are. Get a good idea of how long it is. But yeah, because I wasn't expecting one to be that long. Really threw me off. All right, there, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Look, it'll be all right. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Engard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. I mean, cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys, glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh boy, looks like Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now when I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. Hold up. Let me... I keep forgetting to do that. I don't know, because it was, like, too loud before. Alright. Lame. There you go. Yeah. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? What was that? What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. Well, I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. That'd be great. Please do.
Nani?
You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Engard's innocence all day, right? Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making real simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it at all. He's definitely the type to have, like, the pretty pink apron. Definitely. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Same, but I also am one of those. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgy act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony, I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. Enguarde. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Hold up. I gotta see something real quick. Yep. Okay. And then let me see this too real quick. Let's see something like more. Hold up. I'm doing my own detective work real quick. No. What a pain. Huh. Okay, well, it's fine. I don't know if I should, no. Let's let it happen. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Transformers. Or that's what Edgy would like us to believe. It's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Von Karma. Speaking of her, do you have any more info on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol pal. I forgot it was the same day. She's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgy said she was in stable condition, but well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick. No. No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see, the name of the hospital... Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Isn't that... That name sends a chill down my spine. I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. I mean, it could. She has a whip. Hey, it's wilting a little. I'll give it some delicious water, pal. It's okay, I already did that. The watering can. Where are you, Mr. Watering Can? You just called the watering can, mister? Giant building just outside the window. Gatewater. Crime happened at the recently completed hotel in the center of town, the Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Just how far are they going to expand their empire? Oh, okay. I thought it was the same one. This is the, Nickel Samurai, right? Yeah, that's right. Mr. Nick, please take care of Mystic Maya and be her Nickel Samurai, alright. Is it raining? Wow, yeah, sure enough. Huh. Do you need to look something up in one of these law books, Mr. Nick? Which book is it? Which book do you need? The one at the very top. I can't read those hard books, and I can't reach them either. But I can read and I'm tall, pal. Please stop competing with an 8-year-old, it's disturbing. Nah. I cleaned it up even more for you last night. But I can get even more cleaner, pal. That's for the toilet. What a mess, literally. Alright. Wow, a lot of places. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. I don't remember his weird voice. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Hi, wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. I do. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yeah, what is it? Director, how is Von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, he's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. And that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgy doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. But I understand. Her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her, real secret-like, she would scream really loud. Yes. Wow, that's... You're freaking out on Karma. I see. But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like babies. But I think I could get used to it. I kinda expected a different sprite for her, like maybe bandaged or something. Go back to your room. She's so mean, my frisky friska. But that's good too. Okay, this is time for my IV drops, yes. Easy. Easy. And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. I was shot in front of the courthouse, in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Engard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? Looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Engard guilty of murder. The end justifies the mean, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Engard will be found guilty. What does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me. Being a poopy? What do you mean? Why are you being a poopy? Oh, hey! You are finally catching a stream. It's Ace Attorney Day. You've played them? Francisca's great. I don't know if she's supposed to be. I mean, I keep saying that she like was in Germany and stuff, so I'm trying to give her my best German accent, which is not very good, but I'm doing it. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? What were you playing, Sam? My nap was good. I passed out. And I think I know exactly why. It's because of the food I ate. You love these games? I've been enjoying them. First one was great. So far, the second one has been also great. I don't know if I have a favorite out of the two yet. Character-wise, I think Pearl was my favorite new character. Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgy. Grim Dawn, kind of like LOL, but better. Really? Interesting. Never heard of it. Edgy name, though. Edgy. Oh, hi, Will. She is adorable. She's great. I really want to watch the anime at some point. What happened today at the trial, Edgy? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far? But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, right, the courtroom's a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there, and that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Camp frozen. God dang it. Thank you. Bah! Deactivate, activate, poop. Lame. Every time. I don't get what does it. I keep forgetting to check every time. God. I wish I could, like... I wish there was a way to go live without going live. Like, it still acts as streaming, but it doesn't connect. By the way, Edgy. Oh, wait. There you go. You were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Eyes bulging. Why did he know that card? I completely forgot that he knew that card. Studio mode? Is that what that is? I just never touched it because I didn't know what it was. That card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, right, this is top secret info. You absolutely cannot leak this. Special investigation team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. Hey Jordan, have you watched the anime at all? Go over studio mode with you sometime after stream. Alright. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer, which is just still very funny to me. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that. An assassin? There's no way! Man named The Killer is a killer?
You what?
I have not, but I plan to. Gotcha. I only saw like the first 2 episodes, but I liked it. Also, I've seen a lot of... The Ace Attorney anime is the only... I'm pretty sure the only anime that I've seen that has... that I know of, that has, like, a blooper reel. Like, those are hilarious. It's where I got, one of my favorite sound clips. Hold up. Just gotta find it in this sea of stuff.
Did you go cry to your mommy like a little bitch?
That would be Phoenix. Alright. Next victim at the time of murder. So who is this Shelley the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. So is he the killer? What? What? Why would he do something like that? Also, why would he... We think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. Seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. He goes by a certain creed. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelley the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. Oh, hey Jordan, what's your favorite Ace Attorney game? Out of all of them. Because I'm going to go down them all eventually. I noticed something at the trial today. I'm really interested in Great Ace Attorney and the Layton crossover, which I also need to play the Layton games, so there's that. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal? I see, I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Edgy is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgy. I don't need your pity. There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right, listen, you need to know something. Juan Corrado was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on guard. Your own client. I mean, that's the same as... That's effectively the same as him killing him. You hire an assassin to kill someone, you still have blood on your hands. So if that's actually true, then, yeah, no. I guess that would be why Shelley's trying to... Maybe the third one? Okay. I'm excited. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Allows bearer to freely investigate crimes. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again, if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Do you think Mr. Engard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock. Yeah, I guess not. Please, all I ask is you make it safe and sound. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me, and even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. I mean, obviously the third one on the trilogy is here, but, like, I don't know how I'm gonna... I think the rest of them are, like, DS games, right? So I'm gonna have to, like, emulate those somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Feels like there's a lot of glass bottles here, and these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. There are also wine, but there's also there's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. The light's right there. What are you talking about? Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I've unlocked the door with this card. I should probably go and take a look around. What the heck? What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. What's at the bottom? Yeah, there's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. I feel like Maya... Well, no, that might be too small. Because, I mean, she's already fairly skinny, so it's like... It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes, all of them. Just what kind of room is this? That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slips on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something? I kind of want to check out the picture last. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. There goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. She's never used a computer before. I mean, she's a lot more advanced than Pearl, but like... What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR. There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. What's a VCR? But what is an antenna doing here? This was originally on the GBA, right? So this was probably like, what, 2004? 2003? Something like that. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Man, they didn't have TVs that big in freaking 2004. Unless you were super rich, I guess, maybe. Now, where's the power button? Actually, when did HD get invented? It's busted. I would so die a Happy Samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Nothing better. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. Alright. Picture. Oh, it's some lady. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. It looks like there's something written here. Let's see. Oh, is that... That's not... That might be her. Kind of looks like her. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." Yeah, okay. I bet this could be a clue. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Yeah, will. It was DS, too? Oh, it was on both. GBA and DS. Huh. It seems that your Mr. Right is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean, dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Poor Maya. Oh, in the other... Okay. I mean, I know they were on GBA initially, and then they went to DS. And then they didn't, like, really move off of DS, aside from... Well, yeah, no, actually. I think... Great Ace Attorney... I mean, they went to DS and then 3DS, obviously, but... I don't think they ever really hit console, right? I think Great Ace Attorney went to PS4. But otherwise, there's not, like, you know, other PlayStation or Wii or Wii U or anything like that. Which, they could have easily made a Wii U Ace Attorney game. I don't see why not. I could see something with the gamepad. Heck, with the Wii too, just, you know, motion control, point and click type thing. Yes, Pearls got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Edgy has left, you know. I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Hey, buddy. Detention center? I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. Message? It's from Matt Engard. Here you are. What do you write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? I sure did do it. Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. Who names your pet Shu? Why would you do that? I mean, if it was the Japanese spelling, S-H-U, alright, sure. But like, nah, man's a dunderhead. I didn't put a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. Think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Why didn't you just stay at your house then? Shu's a cute name. I don't know, it's weird. This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Give me access to his home? That'd be great. Jammed into pocket. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Oh, I want more of that in the future. A client's request is a request. Please, do more with that. I'm begging you. So what? Should I just go to the lobby? Alright, now, Mr. Lick, let's go look for clues. We have to for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not pass? Oh. Miss Oldbag! Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed... What? Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again, although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But what I really wanted was something much more powerful. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside of this old bag. Did she die? Oh. Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air. Oh, she suffocated. It's not a real word. Are you sure about that? I don't know about that. I love Oldbag. I want her to appear constantly. No heirs get in. Oh, okay. No heirs gets in. Man. So, it's a typo, right? I think? I don't know. No heirs gets in and no air gets out. Why do you keep putting it on? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. Alright, what do you want? You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper. Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigating done is to first do something about this kooky alien. Is she gonna do the same thing then? Yeah, okay. I can't do anything. Alright, living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Oh. I'm guessing... Oh my god. I'm just above the door. Oh, she's in there. She should really channel into Mia now. So this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shu, the kitty cat. Meow. So I guess this is Shu. What a lovely cat. Also, the motorcycle. I mean, I noticed that first, but I really didn't question it. Just because of white people. What a lovely cat. Hello, Shu. The cat seems to like pearls. I hope we keep it. Oh, hey, dude. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Enguarde's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I'm the family butler, John Doe.
Shut up!
Nice to meet you. That's not suspicious at all to you, Phoenix? Alright. A giant bicycle is flying through the air. A bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own. Really? Wow. I'm sorry to disappoint you, it cannot fly. Well, unless you're Evel Knievel. Well, that's too bad. There's a giant cooking hearth here. It's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fay Manor, then. I'll show you one when you do. Maybe when there's a murder there. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? What's with me and feeling inferior today? There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Enguarde's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shu. Door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. There are masks here. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. I thought so. The one next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. Oh. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick. I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. Love it. There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. It's Pearls. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Enguarde, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. Anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for, yeah, that. Would have thought Mr. Enguarde the kind to have a maid-over butler. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. Then why didn't you feed him? The master rather fancies Shu. Anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, then I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. We should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler and in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go commit more assassinated murders. Yes. No, I can't. Alright, back to the hotel lobby, I guess. Maybe he's back at the center? No? Oh, here we go. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. You've got to be kidding. There's over 100. Oops. I accidentally pressed X. I fat-fingered. Isn't Mr. Hungard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Okay, nothing's happening here. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I didn't... Hold up. Maybe I have to show that to her. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgy. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo. Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'Amour I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgy. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand. Alright. I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. Bye. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. Oh, she's slapping him. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. God dang it. What? What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Engard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear. We don't have any sprites drawn up for them. What if they're the team in charge of investigating Tequila? So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag. Oh, Wendy. Oh, Wendy. Looks like we're the only ones here, and they still haven't cleaned up the food. And yet the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about Tequila. Oh, Lotta, why are you here? Hey, city boy! You're still here. Reckon course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah. This hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But do you have a camera? Rick Given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I mean, I never technically found it. I don't think examining is gonna get me anywhere. Alright. Because I already examined all that. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What, you really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix, here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in the hallway the whole time either. I guess that this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about Engard shoving his manager lady onto Corda? Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind.
You what?
Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull-dooders. Pretty sure I could say that. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? In disappointment? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too, or am I just shrinking here? What? My baby. My $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? Guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So put in a few good words for me and get me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? I guess. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. I'll see you then. Please don't go on the sand. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it. Would you please just leave already? Okay. Who's this? What's that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? That's better. Excuse me? Watch who you're calling a demon, brat. Why is she here? Leave me alone. Zoinks, it's an alien. Zoinks. Freaking... Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with young'uns today? I came down here to pay my respects. Poor Juan! And you're disturbing me. Can I get stuff out of you now? Please talk to me about the night of the murder, just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, during my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me more about Mr. Korda. He's the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Ungard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presence. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain's pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick, what is it, Pearls? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Korda's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? There was a bear on the couch in there. So, that's curious. You don't know, when my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. Was he Saejima? He refused to... I guess Kiryu did it first. He refused to give in and let the bear win. But after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, bub. You too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving bears as presents. Yeah, nice. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear and I say it's barely 8 o'clock? Alright. Hold on. I'll give it. Where is it? There. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh, hold on. I gotta do the thing, I think. Hold up. Hello? Hello? Hold up.
This is not a phone. I can't keep swapping back and forth, so I'm just gonna read Phoenix's like this too. Maya, how's Maya? You haven't heard, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good. I guess I can try. Hold up. Oh, but yeah. Wait, what if I do it like this?
Does this work? Can you hear me? Like, do I sound normal now? Okay, I just do that. Might be a little echo, if anything, but it might actually work. Hey, why isn't this... Uh-oh. Ah. Yeah, no, it should be going through. Okay. So maybe I can just do that. The only problem is that you can hear the beep boop. And I don't know how to turn that off. Voice volume. Bleep out volume? No, that didn't do it. Wow, that's weird. One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please.
I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright.
Alright then, a little going through a tunnel.
Okay. God dang it. Well, that's alright, I guess. I didn't say anything important. Thank you, Will. God dang it. Hallway hotel. I mean, I could... No, I don't. No, I don't. I could potentially keep the soundboard on and just, like, have the, the only weird thing is that I would constantly be hearing myself in that. If there's a way to not do that, then I will definitely be for it. Well, Gumshoe's not somebody that would know, probably, right? Well, maybe. No. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops, looks like you don't have a can opening, pal. You've got to be kidding. In here, I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Okay, so I gotta present it. The transceiver. The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. What? I don't know big sciencey words like that. I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm a lawyer. I don't know what that means. It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Yeah. Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Man. The olden days. Computer? It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yeah, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. Pearl's great. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Corda's room, the scene of the murder. What? That's it. That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! We should be going too, Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. We're either going to here, or... Yeah, okay. I had a feeling. Back to Corda's room. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. Didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Wow, so this is a bug sweeper. Looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Him. He made it? Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? That's not a puppy. It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. Isn't it better that way? Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? Getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. This listening device is some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal. So we're gonna find it, right? Right, now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. Sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up. So, keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's also a lot of things here that's gonna give off radio waves. So let's take a look at everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Lamp. Check. Listening device. Nope. There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Nick? And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? I'll be more conscious from now on. Sorry. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I see this and this, but I want to look at all the other stuff, too. The radio's on and playing something. Oh, it's Kid's Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? It's not, kids. It's flat. Freaking... Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick? Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? Actually, yeah. I didn't realize how many devices there were. I'm gonna use this. A cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. A cell phone? What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Crane Village. And Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. It is now. Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say, but let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here. You know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick? Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So is there a listening device in there? No, and I really thought it had to be in the phone, too. Okay, she's gonna say that about every lamp. Alright. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places. You don't know that. Looks like the TV was left on and it's now showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones. You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English. Yeah. When I grow up, I want to study Japanese. I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it. Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. What's this? Sort of looks like a hot water pot, but... oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out. Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of? I don't think there's anything like that, Pearl. Sorry. There should be. There really should be. Why doesn't this have one? You would think. There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh? Notebook computer? Is that before we had the term laptop? Do you know what a notebook is? Yes, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop. What's a laptop? Alright. Okay, Pearl. So the TV is remote control, but it doesn't look like the listening device is in here. Why do you have the remote control over here and the TV is over there? So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on other things. Like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? If only. Mute button. But if I could, the people I would give the old mute button to. Yeah, dude. I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay? Okay. Here we have a dryer. Nothing unusual here, I think. If you use it next to a TV, it'll make the screen look all weird, right? Wow. That wind is loud. Can you hear that? And when that happens, it's called electromagnetic interference, right? Hey, good memory, Pearls. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. No. We got loud wind and loud, freaking... Oh, here we go. Loud wind and loud, rain. That's the word. Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here. Is that what that is? Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder. Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says, gotta keep the trail and crime scene warm. I think the keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical. Certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. Well, you don't know. Sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Alright, well, those were all the obvious things. I already looked at that. No, none in the tomato juice. I guess I didn't look at this one. A lot of lamps, they're all on. Oh, actually, I didn't look at that. What a lovely bear! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, doesn't know what she's talking about. Listening device isn't in the air conditioner. Yuck, this air filter is covered in dust and dirt. Come on, Mr. Nick, let's wash it. I wonder if being a neat freak makes even the tiniest dust bunny look colossal. What? Oh, nothing. Alright, well, I've run out of things to look at. And honestly, that's Phoenix's fault, because, he keeps dismissing things. I don't think it would be in the alarm clock. I don't think it would be in the TV. You don't know, dude. If you don't think it would be there, then it's probably there. You gotta give it a chance. Anything giving off waves. Keep a careful eye on the bug. Sweeper, let's try again. It's not the best. Make sure to do it with what you have. Pondering what Pokemon to SOS hunt for today. SOS? Mime Jr. I only say that because Mime Jr. is the best. Actually, what was the, hold up. What was the last, Pokemon episode I had? It was Macargo. Because, they were fighting Flannery. What's this? It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick? That's what it seems like. But I want to grow bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Jeez. It's weird that I can't look at the watch. I should definitely be able to. I don't know what else to look at. I mean, I barely even saw that one. I want the calculator. But I can't look at that. It's not letting me. I've honestly ran out of things to look at. I've looked at that. I've looked at all of the lamps. fridge? The fridge. This is a fridge, right? I really don't think the listening device is in something like this. Phoenix! 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 You didn't check! I don't think it's there. I'm just gonna dismiss it completely. Let's look over here. Freaking shut up. Shut up, Phoenix.
Shut up!
Can't SOS Macargo, and I'm assuming Slugma either. I don't know what SOS is. Shiny something shiny. Or something or shiny. I don't know. Because it's filled with nothing but healthy veggie juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? Man, you didn't give a reason. Shut up, Phoenix. I really don't know why I can't look at that one. There's the outlet. There's that, which I can't look at. Oh, okay, I can. I thought it was still thinking that I was looking at the hairdryer. Mechanic from Gen 7. Wild Pokemon calling other Pokemon for help. Oh, okay, I see. That one. I thought it was like a specific shiny hunting term. Well, I don't know off the top of my... Who else was in... It has to be a Hoenn or Johto Pokemon. Oh, she did, so let's see, Torkoal. Before that, there was a Camerupt and a Numel. If any of those work. I don't remember if Gen 7 had any of them. It's a plain old calculator. It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance. A whole 50 cents. Maybe if he was a spirit medium. God, you're really giving me nothing to work with here. What is... I want to know what that thing is, though. Like, right next to it. But it's not letting me, so... Question mark. And I looked at the clock. And there's... nothing else in any of the other bears. What's this? It sort of looks like a how... Oh no. I was thinking it was trying to do the statue above it. Okay. Dang, dude. I've looked at everything. I don't know. Where, oh where could the transmitter be? Oh where could it be? Maybe if he would, like, actually check the things that he thinks it wouldn't be in. I don't have any other ideas. I've run out. It's not letting me check the bag of chips. I've hovered over it multiple times. Look at all that. And I can't check this watch either. It only does the remote control. But like that watch is a little suspicious. I want it. I want the watch. Just move the remote over, please. There we go. This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I have ever seen. Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. Only after looking at literally everything else. No, not yet, but this bear's eye is... Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Oh my god. He just KO'd that bear's eye. So will any of those work, Will? Torkoal, Camerupt, Numel? It's a miniature camera, and looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what-a-what-a-mitter? What-a-what-a-mitter? Transmitter, pal. Is this more of that high-tech stuff? None of them, really. Togepi, Togetic, Seviper, Zangoose. I'm just going off of the ones that it's had recently. Any of the C-Dot line. Torkoal technically works, but it's unlikely to call. Oh, okay. So this tiny thing is a camera. Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. I kind of want to look that up on Amazon, see if that's actually a real thing. Or just Google, I mean, it doesn't really have to be Amazon. But I do want to, I'm curious if that's a real thing. Still, or ever was. Go for Pichu? Wow, that's none of the ones that I said. I'm glad I could help. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on battery, which comes with it in the set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder. So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Hey, you know, you're right. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. It's running at time of murder. So what's a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time? Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. How long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Moida. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape! That would be perfect. And if you think about the angle the bear is at... It's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Stuffed bear. So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. Who gave Mr. Corda this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear. Oh, I got it. Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Nothing's open. I guarantee it. I mean, back in the day when things did stay open till like 10, maybe, but like, or God forbid, 24 hours, 11, midnight. Didn't close at literally 6 p.m. Wish I could have one of those jobs. I'm projecting. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. He's just gonna keep doing that. He's gone. Yeah. But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Edgy? Edgy. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgy, what are you doing here? Pichu is just, like, slight orange, right? For shiny? Just like, Pikachu? For that matter, what's Raichu? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? Oh, did it just... Yep, disconnected. I keep forgetting to give me one. You're one lucky man, right? Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea! Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? Camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere, however this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you... Well, he's doing his best. Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really? I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. The bear? I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. How did you do that? See you soon, right? Is it just a picture? Not exactly sure what my evidence is, ever. Check Discord. Wow. That shiny Pichu is awful. And then shiny Raichu actually looks more like a Raichu should, I would think. Black Alolan. I like the shiny Alolan one. Shiny Pichu is... What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer, Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper, whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. Angard. People give shiny Pikachu too much for its shiny. It's very noticeable. Is it, though? I don't know. It seems like it wouldn't be. It seems like the Ghastly situation, where you really have to squint to tell if, you know, that was blue or not. It should be green. They should really go crazier with the shiny colors. Like, they could easily do it. It's literally just a recolor. Just move that mouse over and drop a paint bucket of red on the freaking green thing. Red Trico. There you go. Pikachu's a pale yellow, shiny Pikachu's a sunset orange. Well, hasn't it gotten sunset orange? Get out of here. Hasn't it gotten better over time? Like, more noticeable over time? Like, Gen 3 shiny Pikachu. Is that noticeable? Or not? I'm surprised. Have they had a shiny Pikachu in the show? I don't think so. And this card, Shelly the Killer. Is this the end of the investigation? Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgy. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Wow. That was all the investigation. Maybe I can wrap this up today. And then if that's the case, I guess I'll be changing the schedule next week. Swapping the days around and everything to make Zelda work. I think I pinned that for you, right? I think I pinned that in the DMs. Will. The idea that we settled on. Yeah, because I'm only at an hour and a half, so I think I'd be able to. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. It's not like it's 10 p.m. or anything. I think it'd be great. That'll work. You did indeed pin. Okay, good. Thank you, past Ian. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? Oh, maybe... Wait. Is there more investigation going on? Hold up. What did it save as? Oh, shoot. It saved as 3-2 investigation. God dang it. Alright. That's weird, though. I wonder why I did that. I wonder if Mr. Edgy has already found Mystic Maya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. Maybe I was wrong then. I got too excited. It seemed like that was like the ending of the investigation, though. That was... Oof. So the real person who killed Mr. Corda was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? I mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, there's still a killer. Exactly, thank you. Gen 2 and 3 Pikachus? Alright, hold up. Let me finish this first. This, dialogue. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be. Madame Guard himself. Alright, let me... Boop. Oh, actually it's a lot more noticeable in 2 and 3. A lot more noticeable. I'd argue even more noticeable than in 7. Yeah, alright. I guess I'll give it to you. If Mr. Engard really did hire the assassin, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Engard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him... I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corda? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corda, okay? You're pretty noticeable. Someone turn the heat on. No! No!
No! No!
I didn't see any psych locks at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. Actually, Mom did blast the heat. Probably going to have to take this off at some point. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Engard's secret? What is the secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corda was going to reveal the secret. That means... Mr. Engard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corda silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engard. There's no way around it now. With Alada? Ah, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corda held about Mr. Engard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are 2 things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Can't I just visit his cell? Sneak in, visit his cell. What's up? Hey, wait. What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Likewise. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgy Poo, so... Edgy? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. You! Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgy. What a pal you are. Let's talk. This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around by my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corda. I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. I didn't say anything. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. What are you talking about? You don't know. That manager woman Juan had... It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax. Andrew's mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. You mean to Mr. Corda? Really, you kids don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. Wow. That's a bit of an overreaction. Just say no. Just say I'm having second thoughts. Oof. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Wasn't really suicide. Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Oh. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? It was not in the magazines, unfortunately. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. Night after. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Alright, well, that's interesting. I guess I'm just gonna leave her there. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. I'll go back to the living room. It doesn't look like Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us. Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Oh, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. I mean, you could do that one thing that I've had to do a few times where it's just a lettuceless, like, no greens at all salad. It's just like carrots and celery on a plate. I call it a saded. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Alright. Detention center? Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk to him tonight. Isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, right? Ah, yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for, a real decisive witness. Really? You mean for the Engard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgy up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Between the kidnappers, the man, and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Edgy wanted me to tell you something. Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. Ooh. I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Ugh. Ugh. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Engard and Andrews are in this center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Ooh. I mean, we have to... Can I do both eventually? I can't imagine this being a one-time thing. Let's do Samus first. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Korda had on Mr. Engard. I'd like to ask you about Matt, if you don't mind. You still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment toward him. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? Why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I'd finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her note, I began to draw close to him. Oh, what is in my eye? Bah! I wanted to get her note back and burn it. I wanted to burn it, but why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why'd you try to frame Engard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. No, the killer is someone else. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Did you say something just now? Ooh. Alright. Haven't had one in a while. It's just one, though. Interesting. Though I guess she had a few other ones, too, so... Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But... I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say... revenge. Can I... also talk to... Well, let's start it and see where that goes. Can you please tell me why you framed Engard for the murder? I've already told you countless times, because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Engard. Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. A woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. I should have saved first. But I guess... There's Celeste, Juan, Wendy, which I get. I didn't save first. Let me save. Alright. I'm gonna go through the people that I think it is, and then probably reset when it's wrong. Something or someone in her past. Alright. Let's do one. You're trying to help or hurt Matt with what you're doing. What do you mean? This random haphazard throwing out of evidence you're so fond of doing. That's not what I was trying to do at all. I'll refrain from doing it anymore. Guess I screwed up big again. Okay, it was Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even for revenge. And that is Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Engard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I actually don't know how I would go about doing that. Because I don't know what would give off... Hotel guide map. I mean, Maya saw the picture in his house. So, like, I know it. Grubbin, why did you change your... Stop changing your mind. I feel like that's really quiet. I always feel like that's really quiet. This relation between Celeste and Matt. I don't know what I'm supposed to hit. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I'm supposed to find, like, a ring or something. Yeah, so... Let me... Yeah. Looks like no one's around. What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face, which concerns me greatly. Because I couldn't find Pichu, it's a 1% encounter. Sounds like quitter talk to me. You could have also just done any of the ones that I listed off. Just saying. Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? I mean, you did just yell and woke him up. Come on, let's play. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Yeah, I can't look anywhere else. Another door over there. People wandering off. Small door at the bottom of this bigger door. Bedroom. These are all the same things. Yeah, none of that is new. Alright. Well, I feel like I have to find something here, but maybe not yet? I don't know what I would... Okay, I've been... File Hall, Criminal Affairs... if I go back here... Whose story? Ah! Okay, cool. I can talk to Matt. Literally only one you listed that is found in Sun Moon? You didn't say that, though. And that was Torkoal, right? Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so, too. Yee. Got it. Edgy just dropped a bombshell on me by saying... There's also... Halo. Any of the Wurmple line. Trying to think of... I don't know. No, because those are starters. That Juan Corda was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man. Matt Enguarde. What's wrong? Mr. Enguarde, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference, you mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as Nickel's samurai? I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. Mari SOSing Grubbin. Why did SOSing... An error occurred? Network... Oh, it... I see. It assumed that you were... Got it. I'm aware. I know. Golly. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Do you have more? Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. You have 5! You have 5! He has 5. That's the most. I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. Cyclops. A lot. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? No, dude, I do not. Did you know about Mr. Corda and Andrew's relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Corda. Her mentor was Corda's manager. And Andrews was going to get Celeste's suicide note from her. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. What? You can order a pizza? What's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I want a pizza. New record. New record! Yeah, really. God. I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. It's also 9 p.m. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Again, if anybody's ever in Illinois... Well, I don't think they're northern Illinois. If you're in southern Illinois, Beggar's Pizza. Actually, I think they're in Chicago, too. Beggar's Pizza is the best. The absolute best pizza there is. So good. Are you connected to Celeste's suicide in some way? Alright, well, let me see if I can get anything from him. Mr. 5 Locks. God, dude. Somebody's car alarm's going off. Let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Korda had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I didn't know. I don't know anything about one, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. I know you paid close attention to Mr. Korda, especially on that night. I don't think I have any proof of that. That's murder scene. No. No, I don't think I have it. I gotta find something else. Oh, here we go. Please, you have to help me. Oh, it's Will. It's you! What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. He's a decisive... Oh, god dang it. Jew? No! Gesundheit. And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you there. You were under arrest, and I was brought back here. They said my face and whole self in general looks suspicious or something. Maybe you should just wear a mask at all times. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I think he looks kind. I don't get it. They make this man seem so evil. I mean, maybe the hair, if anything. He looks like Ganondorf, but... just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Yes. It's about this testimony you're giving. What are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. Can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mystic Maya and I-Self are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Jesus. This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. What is he really like? Let's see, Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself. How horrible, that's unforgivable. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon. His manager, you know, Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Oh, I know. You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. God dang it. Yeah. I mean, celebs in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? Not really. A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. Wow. So up front, Will. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. That's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Andrew's mentor and her suicide impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. It is raining so hard. It's like on and off. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. That makes sense. Something bad for Corida? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man." Truly insidious man? Did she mean Corida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the note. I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you. You're welcome. Guard and Andrews are both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Mr. Nick, your phone! Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. He got so mad. Sounds kinda ominous. Yeah, I know. We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Edgy? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. Scared to go back. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together! Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. What an optimist he is. What an optimist you are, Will. Amazing. Is Edgy bleeding out? What took you so long, pal? Edgy couldn't stick around forever and had to go. What happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal. I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Yeah, right. Wasn't it Edgy? Shh, Pearl. No. And go on. On the edge of my seat for this case? Really? Me too. It's a fun one. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Madame Guard. That's what I need. That's what I needed for him. Your client, that too, pal. Here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. Receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought that stuffed bear was himself. I didn't want to say his name again. My sight is failing me. This can't be. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Alright. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought... I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corida's room was Matt. Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Andrews and Corida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him, Mr. Ungard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt, what in the world have you done? Oof. 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 I still don't think that's enough. What did I need on Andrews? It was Celeste, and then prove the relationship between them. That's what she wanted. Which I don't think I can do still. What I need is like that picture in. Yeah, none of that's gonna get him. I guess I'll go around to other places. Will wouldn't know about any of that, would he? Probably not. Victor's room. You know about the bear? No? Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna know anything. Alright, go to hotel lobby. Go to the living room. Nothing here. Okay. God. My measurements. She's not gonna... Yeah, she's not gonna say anything about that. Alright. Yeah, she's gonna be useless. Hallway. And then quarters room. No? Nothing here? Well, then I guess... Oops. I'll go back to, I pressed down. I'll go back to the detention center, and I guess, interrogate Matt. Seems like the next best thing that I can do. Oh, hi, Matt. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? Don't you know that I'm trying to save you? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Alright. So does this mean I have everything for him? I figure Andrews is the one that I would end on. Alright. Let's get the Magatama. Skip through all this. Paid close attention to Mr. Korda. Which was with, I don't know, any of the three, I guess? I don't know. Let's do that one. Yeah, okay. Someone used this camera to secretly film Korda's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was the camera you're talking about hidden? Like, totally. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Korda was... Mr. Enguarde, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. But he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Enguarde. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Hold up. I gotta remedy this real quick.
I never learned how to read!
Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Yeah, not at all. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof that was you who put the camera. The receipt. I have here 1 credit card receipt, Mr. Ungard. It's from when you brought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? It's $3,800. This could be that toothbrush I bought that one time. Toothbrush? A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ugh. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Probably. Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Before you lied. So, can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corrida's room and filmed it in secret is... Bubba? I'm thinking that I have to present... God, 3 damage? I think I have to present Andrews. Oh, thank God. I can't save in here. Adrian Andrews. There's a rumor going around that Andrews and Corrida were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Corrida, you were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Wow, call your lawyer a moron. Oh man, Mr. Lawyer Dude, that got a scandal. That's good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. Good stuff, juicy. Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Corrida because of Andrews. And there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Corrida's room was... Celeste? I don't want to jump the gun. But, like... Note? Because that was... Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Alright. If I really wanted to set up a spy camera, I wouldn't have set it up in Juan's room. It would be in your office, dude. My office. Well, dude, you're always saying really absurd things, right? You'd be like getting the Comedy Channel for free. So close, I can feel it. If you're done laughing. The real reason you set up that camera was... let's see. What do we got? Nickel Samurai, press conference ticket. The real reason... Well, we already... Unless they're being weird again. One Corrida scene. Modest photo. Picture card. And install the new stuff. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. I'll probably just have to let this go. This is the only thing on the only other thing I can think of because of the note. Finding where the note was, but... Alright. Alright. Had to be sure. Alright. Let's try it again. Let's go through all the things. I should have everything for him. I just don't know. You paid attention. I might got it this time. Oh, shoot. I was pressing circle. I can't do that. I have to press X. Want me to confirm if you do? Nah, that doesn't count. Yeah. Yeah. Please confirm if there's more that I have to look for. Just tell me when to open the court record. And tell me if it's, I don't know, people and or evidence. Alright. So he played close attention. Alright, I'm pressing X this time. Where's the camera hidden? I got through 2 locks though, so that was good. Here's the proof that it was you. I'll be back to my spot in no time. Where you looking and stuff? Not yet. I'm gonna ask why you set the camera up. Secret B. The reason you hit it was because of Adrian. I do have everything. Okay. Just I gotta figure it out. You was keeping tabs on Corda. You're gonna reveal this fact, turn into a scandal. Did I do the newspaper? I think I tried the newspaper. Even though I didn't think that was it. Because of what he's saying here. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What's your reason for spying with something so innocent? You didn't spy on Corda because of Andrews. You didn't think it would work. Alright, then I guess I'll try it. Just in case they're being sneaky, because the game likes to do that. So that'll be my first one. Alright, it wasn't. Got it. Good to know. Because they've done that in the past, where I'm like, it shouldn't be this, and then I just pass over it, and it was indeed that, so just gotta cut it out. Real reason why you set up that camera was... Alright, let's see. I don't think any people would make sense. Not you, not Will, not Lada, not... well... You were spying on Corda? No. Okay. I don't got it this time. Alright, Wendy... I already did you. Ticket. Lotta's camera. Doesn't make sense. Guide map, guitar case. No, I can't figure out why that would make sense. No, no. Maybe? Maybe? Knife, Lotus photo, picture card, and all of that is... Changes the foot and tape and transmits the data. I guess I didn't... No. I know I did Celeste, but... Yeah, okay, it's not that. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, okay. Bum bum. He wouldn't make sense. Mr. John Doe. Wish it would let me save right there. It doesn't, though. Ah! Can I have a hint of some form? Now you paid attention. Camera. Wish I could skip forward. What does anybody else think it is? I'm now small brain. I was doing so well. One that... Oh, here's the proof. Okay. God, the toothbrush is cursed. The expensive people, rich people toothbrush. Is because of her. People stop paying attention. Too bad that wasn't your intention. Wish your reason was for spying with something so innocent. You didn't spy on Corda because of Andrews. And there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. Didn't do it because of Andrews or Celeste. You did it for yourself. Which is just stupid enough to maybe work. I messed up? What do you mean you messed up? Do I not have everything? Oh. Evolution Knight? You evolve in that grubbin? What do you mean? What? Glossy photo. Confess something. The Grubbin got KO'd somehow, so now I have to evolve something if I want to retain my sanity. I'm just gonna go down the list. I'll hit something. I'll strike gold eventually. That's fair. What are you evolving? You like shiny hunting, though. Stolen article map. The guitar case. Chimchar into Monferno. Gotcha. Hold on. If I just... Do I have to redo it anyway? Yeah, dang it. That's what I thought. Okay. I didn't know if it would do anything. I'm not gonna do it with that sliver. Let's load. Lock and load. Nope. Let's do this. Do you have any ideas? I do want a hint. I requested a hint earlier. Please. Gotta keep the ball rolling. Let's see, so now you paid close attention. What sort of hint do I want? The hint is hidden under my seat. Ah, gloves! That's it! That gives me all the info that I need. Yeah. It's great. It really works. Just have to throw gloves at him. You get a hint. You get a hint. I don't know. A hint that is vague enough for me to figure out. But not give it away outright. I almost screwed myself there. I was pressing circle again. What am I using those gloves for? Mostly my cookie cake. That's how I feel about any food. The only problem is the crumbs get everywhere. Everywhere! Okay. Okay. Reason was Andrews. And I'm back. Baby. Alright, real reason you set up that camera in Corrida's room was probably an evidence thing. Let me go through them again. Oh. Oh! Let me know what you need. I got the guide up. Whatever the real reason you set up that camera in Corda's room. Guitar case. Give me 2 hints. Both of you give me 2 hints. We'll 20 questions it. A clipping? I mean, I already presented this. It didn't work. He didn't like it. It's whatever's after telling him that Andrews is the reason. The button doesn't make sense. The crime photo I tried both reports. That doesn't make sense. The knife doesn't make sense. It's not the clipping, though. I've already tried it. If the reason why he set up the camera wasn't for the scandal, why else would he set it up? Well, yeah, no, that's the question. I thought I already answered it, but I guess not. Lotus photo. The picture card, question mark. But I did. He's already, like, saying that it's not the scandal. The card? I was thinking about the card. I'll try it. Oh, it was a card. Okay, cool. We're good. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. That's alright. I got you, Sam.
Oh wait, I can't read.
You get both of them, actually.
I never learned how to read.
Yeah. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? It's too much stuff to read, yeah? That bit where you mention Adrian, you can show the clipping instead and it'll work just as well. Oh, I see. Okay. I guess that makes sense, because they are linked. This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. I mean, I can make 2 more mistakes. Hate this. I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're a hero of justice. You're his client. You're a star. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is...
You!
And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. Instead of just writing what they need to present, and when they write a whole story about the reasons of why it's selected, it's like, come on. Was it IGN? Because that makes sense. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Engard, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? What? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for... How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Huh? Where did he get that? He completely changed. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much info as you have. Well, this music's new. This man has a giant cup of beer or wine. I'm not sure. It could be apple juice. So you're Shelly the Killer's client. You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? Perhaps you're lying. What a terrible... Nah, Pearls. It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups think about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the word of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Andrew's secret. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. At least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why... Looks like Loki. In a way, yeah. It's the hair. Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. God, he sucks. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Korida? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Korida had been able to give it, then Unguard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? What? What?
Nani?
1. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Korida ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Mad on guard.
You what?
What's wrong with you? Get out of here. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Korida, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Korida. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Ah, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer, after all. Aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya... You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. Scoundrel. Street rat. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. I was trying to think of a stupid joke with Dance Dance Revolution. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. What am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Oh, wow. How did you do that? Just gonna instant transmission over there. Well, right. What are you gonna do? If you plan on changing your strategy... No. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Edgy. Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the office. I thought that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What's this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. But I don't wanna. Yeah, I'm almost done with the... It'll definitely have one more session. Last week will definitely be the last one. 7-hour stream? I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who's clearly a killer... Mad and guard. That man is really... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Maybe. Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Unguard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Test? What are we testing? I became a lord because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. I didn't study. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you and Von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. I mean, technically he is, but technically he's not. Franziska, she fights for herself. Only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. What are we testing, dang it? And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. I see, now I understand why you despise me so. Don't worry about it, I will worry about it. A wonderful voice. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Do you mean this one? Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. The voice didn't change? Really? So it only works when... Huh. I guess it only works when both are on. Oh, that sucks. So weird. I don't get it. I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you'll find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. Was just as effective, though. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Oh. Hold up. I gotta do the thing.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. No, I did not get the Scentbird thing. I was too late because it was being stupid. Shout out to Stream Elements. I should check it again, actually, tonight. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I did have it set up preemptively. I need to fix that. It's not a real thing. My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Darksaki? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Alright, hold on. I was gonna go back soon.
There we go. That's better. Alright. Now it goes to... Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. Oh, you can hear the echo. Actually, hold on. I can just do it like this then. That wouldn't give echo. There shouldn't be echo now. I mean, there's echo to me, but
Not to you, probably. There still is. That doesn't make sense.
Alright, fine. God, I keep trying. Keep doing my best. I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion, God, falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, it'd be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace a signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Nice. It's really good. Shoo! Mystic Maya. I don't know what to say. Edgy. Did you hear that at the end of the transmission? Oh, it sounded like a cat. Cat? It can't be. That cat, can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgy, have all police units head for Ungard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry up over there as well then. I don't have any manpower. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. Fight has only just begun. Ooh, gotta save Maya. Alright. It's so weird that I have to go there through the hotel. Well, that's not what I want. No. The bear. Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and Ungard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Leave that to us. I'm sure the investigation team is already doing its job in there. I wonder if Edgy... It's Ungard's personal collection. I'd say it's a hobby of his to collect prop masks of shows related to his own. You seem to know all sorts of details about Matt, almost too many details. He's the defendant in this case. Of course I would know about him. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Tell me about the motorcycle. Seems that he was quite famous, even as a motorcycle racer. Generally, when a star like him tries to do something like that, they fail, but seems Ungard is no ordinary man. He's kind of insane, actually. This is probably where he conducted business with the killer. Yeah, Shelly the Killer values his client relations more than anything else, so I'm sure he must meet with his clients in person to talk about any transactions. I don't particularly care for large fireplaces. They remind me of my youth. Well, that's right. He grew up in a really affluent household. That means rich. I guess you're still not over that case, huh? Don't take this personally, but I really do not wish to remember anything from that time in my life. Okay. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. That's for the cat to use. Oh, you mean shoe. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. I didn't think it was wood. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corda? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Yeah, as she said. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgy. Oh, how I long for cutscenes. Oh, the picture's gone. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is Unguard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals in a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. Looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. A huge TV and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say, I would die a happy Samurai fan if I could see the nickels. And she did. Yeah, that's what she'd say. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. Good payoff. It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape. If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful. It's on Guard's computer. Why couldn't you have used this to get help? Mr. Nick, where's the power switch? Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the switch. Oh. There's a little door for Shu and this big door. I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. What a spacious sofa. That 10 pearls would fit on here. I don't think 10 of me would fit. Very small table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on there. But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick. Love Pearl. I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like Unguard taped all of his own shows. The wine cellar. The picture! We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry, it looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Please don't shut me in here by accident, okay, Mr. Nick? If I were locked in a place like this, I'd be plenty scared too, trust me. Hold up, what was that first part? Pretty heavy door, isn't it? I can't open it by myself. The light doesn't filter in all the way, so it's hard to see. It looks like there are crates and cardboard boxes tied up with wire here. Wow, I've never seen so many bottles all in one place before. Well, I guess when you're a star, you have so much money you can buy anything you want. Yeah. Yeah. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Mr. Corda's former manager. Why would a picture of Impax be here in Unguard's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see this picture frame. What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. How did she do that? She left us a message. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. How did she find something to write with? There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless slunk. That's it for now, Nick. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgy. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. What is that? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't forget about you. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgy. Let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Man. I like when the hero has a defeated tone. Phoenix is not having fun anymore. He's just like, nah. Nah, you're gonna tell me. Nah. Alright. I already answered this one, so... well, no, I didn't answer it. Something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Or wait. I did answer it. That was Celeste. Yeah, okay. It was the second one that I needed. There we go. Explain the relation. And now I have the photo. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is in Pax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this in Enengarde's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. And you know what that means. There you go. Why frame him? Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Cora didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Enengarde? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. Look at that nice picture. It was a nice picture. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. Oh, it's the sad version of the theme. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. So horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Corda have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Okay. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Weddings do suck. No free alcohol and terrible food. I mean, the food... I don't think I've ever been to a wedding with good food. It's all food that is, like, very high maintenance and ritzy. It's never been anything, like, good. Like, or high maintenance, ritzy, or freaking, like, old people food. Like, I mean, I guess for some people, some of it was good, because, I mean, I don't really like steak, but usually there's steak. If you've never been to a wedding, you are so freaking incredibly lucky. They're so awful. They're so dull. Weddings are bad. They're a waste of money. They're a waste of everybody's time. And, like, I get the sentimentality of it and everything, but, like, just have a little party. That doesn't break the bank. Use that money for more important things. House, future, etc. Freaking... Nah. People get so uptight about them. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? Yeah, no, you're not missing anything. Yeah, a more fun honeymoon. You could do that. That's also a really good idea. Because, like, you could just not have the wedding, just a little party, and, you know, celebrate, whatever. And then, you know, go to a courthouse, get the papers, or don't even, because, I mean, there's not, like, really a reason to, as far as I can tell. You can just... And marriage is pretty much just, you know, you live together. And that's it. You're married. Boom. And then you can just go on an actual expensive trip. Legal reasons, that's not a real reason. Simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. They've said that so many times, and I wish I started a counter. Taxes and such. Yeah, that's not a good reason. That's a stupid reason. Taxes are stupid. To me, the engagement moment is one of the most meaningful moments, and the second would be a honeymoon vacay. That's fair. That's entirely fair. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I mean, engagements are weird too, to me though, because like, I never got the... I always felt like it was, like, pressure on the woman to say yes, or the other, I guess, to say yes. Like, if you're in a big, crowded area, because, like, if you don't, then you look like a jerk. And it's weird. Like, you go to the middle of Disney World, and everybody is around you seeing this. Like, they stop and look, they take pictures, because, you know, you don't get to witness it that often. And, like, you wouldn't want to say no, and it's like, no, I'm sorry. It's like, oh, well, you just soured everybody's mood. I've always thought about that. With his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge, there's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste Snow. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even bought a lighter. But I couldn't find the note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation or with what I know now. Taxes are coming up soon, are they? Alright, well, that's the end of that. Next week should be the end. Curious how that'll all turn out. This has been a very in-depth case. Loving it. Just finish it now. No. Next week. Next week. Next week. I got Pokemon to watch. Or a movie. Maybe. Smile? The Menu? Psych? 2 sections left? Nah, I have 1 section left. I could easily fill out next week with a 3-hour stream. Movie. Tomorrow's a 9:30 class. Sleep's not important. Sleep sucks. Sleep sucks. I already got sleep. Did you save? I did save. Part 4-1 trial. I'm gonna do it again though because I have freaking OCD. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Oof. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and join me next time for more Phoenix Wright. Friday is more Pokemon with Will, because he wants me to say that for no reason. So, yeah, I indulged you. You're welcome. Love that last episode of Psych. It was great. It was really great. It's so good. The next one is one of my favorite ones of that season, too. Have a good night, everybody. Everybody, yeah. Say it back.